So guess who found a whole new bank of stream music to use? Oh yeah. YouTube audio library's got everything you could need. It's barely even advertising because it's free for like anyone with a YouTube channel, which is quite nice. Hello, how are we doing? I always forget that the camera's over there because I've put the chat over there. Somehow that's going to start feeling like a really bad idea to put that over there instead of over here. But that's fine, that's not a problem. How are we all doing? Hopefully quite well. Feeling a little bit better after my horrendous stomach issues a couple of days ago. That was fun. I think I know what it is, and it's not something that I want to get fixed yet. Just because of some bits and bobs I've got coming up, and I know that a doctor would call that a bad idea. But what we're going to do is we are going to get right into the Football Manager of it. So, as you might remember, at the end of the last stream we had a very slight issue in which the game hated me. The game decided it didn't want to save before it quit, but thankfully it had saved immediately after the most recent match anyway. I've now fixed it, so after matches it's going to save no matter what. We should be okay even if we have a problem, and we are going into Leicester versus Leeds United, which should be fun, I think. So yeah. Also, if you're here, if you're just popping into the stream, just drop a like. It's always massively appreciated. It makes things a lot easier for me. It helps things get pushed out a little bit easier. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the side, because we were against Leicester. And normally against Leicester I'd say we want to win at all costs, but we have some slightly tired, slightly injury-prone boys. So if I look by injury risk, Nonto is a high injury risk, Somerville's a high injury risk, the rest are fairly normal, fairly standard, not a problem. But I want to make sure that everyone is like properly healthy, so I might leave Nonto and Somerville out of this one, because it is the League Cup. You got to remember, the League Cup doesn't matter that much. No one in this chat can be honest with me, look me in the eyes and tell me that actually I really want to win the League Cup. We just want promotion. That's all we need at this point. So I'm going to try James and Anthony instead. I'll keep Nonto on the bench though, because we might as well. We do have 3 centre-backs on the bench, so I'm sorry, Chucky Cresswell. I'm going to leave you out for this one before we dive into it head first. Anyone got any complaints about this lineup? I think this works. It works enough, at the very least. Firpo is still looking for a move away, but that should be completely fine by me. Let's dive on into it. Let's get the points. Because you don't get points if you don't... I was going to say if you don't ask. Because, I mean, like, it's not asking that you're doing anyway, is it? You're just sort of trying to win. Right, if you carry on your performance, you'll do quite well. Quick test, by the way. Anyone in the chat, can you just let me know how the audio levels are? Just because I've faffed about with them a little bit. I've messed a little bit around with the... I'm also going to move me up here, I think. Yeah, I messed around a little bit with the gain on my mic because I noticed it has the occasional problem. So I thought I'd try and fix that. If it's not worked, just tell me. Thank you very much. Diving headfirst into it, let's beat Leicester, shall we? Why has that got a voice? You are going to be taken out of this playlist immediately. I'm going voiceless with all the mute... Oops. Hello. Let's move that. Thanks, YouTube. Betraying me. Right, Connor Roberts, good challenge. Gets us started. It's going to be a relatively short one today, by the way, just because I have another video to record, another match preview, because for some reason, more and more and more football keeps happening. Right, Junior Fopa out on the wing, gives it to Rutter. Anthony cuts it back to Rutter. Have a go! That's such a standard Jorginho Rutter shot as well. That's the bit that's in... Oh, we've got David Coate as the ref. I'm less confident now. Is it my personal biases? Absolutely, but I can't with David Coate. He's someone that, like, on a spiritual level annoys me. Because he looks so much like a Wallace and Gromit character. And I don't think I've, like, shown his face on screen. But I want to. Dan James out on the flank. Let's get something done here. Con Roberts to Gray. Gray finds Gruev. That was risky. Gruev over the top to Dan James. Dan James in behind. Shoot! It's not a goal. There he is. Right, okay. Oh, it says LinkedIn. Oh, David Coote's got LinkedIn. Hang on. I don't want to use that picture now. But I'm just going to drag this tab over. Tell me that this isn't a man that looks like he's been animated by Aardman. It's the sunken in eyes that do it for me, I think. And the bad refereeing, that as well. Jorginho chases the ball down. Come on, let's make a little bit of difference here. Junior Firpo picks it up and does nothing. I would say, are we surprised? I am a little bit, because I'm fond of Firpo. I know a lot of people. That was spookier than that should have been. I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm in Team JT on this one. Junior Firpo just makes me happy sometimes. Right, Doyle all the way back in to Stolarczyk? Stolarczyk seems right, so I'm going to stick with that. Voutfas into Doyle. Keep thinking his name's Ben Doyle because of jet lag, but I'm certain it's Callum instead. If someone could correct me, that would be lovely. Wormlitten, what a name, into McAteer. McAteer, I hate your name, I hate you who you are as a person. Yeah, I hate that. Also, had a question. Right. Poll for the chat. Do we do forfeit FM where I need to do something for each goal conceded? Because I'm trying to work on my fitness for various reasons. Because, as you might be able to tell, I'm a big... oh, hello, Pat. Oh, so close. I'm a scrawny boy. I'm not the thickest bloke. So, in order to do some, like, worky-outy bits to improve my shape, I got myself a big heavy boy. This is a 12-kilogram heavy boy. Dakar, dealt with by Melier. So I'm thinking... Every time I concede, do I just have to lift it up a few times? Is that the way that I force myself into, like, improving? Make myself accountable by making you guys make me do things. Because it feels like a bad idea, but at the same time, it feels like it's something that, like, has to be done. I'm not liking that I'm saying a yes on that, but fair enough. Still 1-0. Still not looking the best, to be honest with you. I think we need to be making more chances. I don't know how much of the ball we've held. Corner coding. We've gone full Parisien. But we're not very PSG. Yes, it's from me because I'm mean. Evie! I deliberately picked out more Parisian cafe music because you were like, oh, I like this vibe. But fair enough. I completely get it. Yeah, I might say, like, 5 of the... are they called the curls, maybe? I don't know. 5 of those for every goal conceded, why not? And just hope we don't get to the Premier League for next season, because that is going to be problems. Mavadidi breaks through. Is he going to shoot? Of course he is. Good stop by Melier, though. But you know me, I respect the votes that chat do. Fatawu, dealt with by Coops. Fast, back in. We need to make changes, don't we? I think we take Grove off because he's on the tired side. Shax has a lot of running in him, so I'll tell him to go box to box because a central defensive midfielder isn't going to do much for me right now, I don't think. I'll bring on Piru as well, because he's good at finishing, I think, in this game. Yeah, sod it. Piru as well. 5 for a goal, 2 for a corner or set piece in the final third. You'll be hench in no time. I think you underestimate how unhench I am. This is for the purposes of I play a football league on Monday nights, and oh, come on. And the amount of times where, because I'm like a winger slash forward combo thing, the amount of times that a 40-year-old man will just shoulder barge me and I will fly. I'm in orbit. And just being able to win a few more of those would, I'm sure, definitely help. Plus, it would be nice when there's oh dear. English Brandon. I don't quite understand what you mean, but we have conceded, and you did say 5 for a goal. So fuck it. Ignore the joggers, because pyjama bottom days are always nice. I don't know how audible I am up here. But evidently, according to Streamlabs, I am. Not Streamlabs. Yes, Streamlabs. What am I talking about? OBS. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Oh, thank fuck, Elon. Right. Maybe this is saying you're the English Brendan Aronson. Oh, absolutely I'm the English Brendan. That's the thing. I've been described as many a thing. I'm very easy to foul. But because it's like a Monday night league, I never win them. I am incredibly bad at finishing, which is why I was referred to as the Pat Bamford of the league a couple of weeks ago. I did then score in the second half, so fuck you, like Adam. But also, Willie, come on, we need a goal here. But also, my first touch isn't good either. So, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't add up to me being, like, good at football. Is possibly the kindest way that I can put that. Right, what I'm going to do is bring on Kamara. Why not? There's got to be more changes that we can make here, though. Ruter's had a bad game. He's on a 6.1, so I think we have to sub him off for Mateo Joseph, and we'll just tell him do what you can, I think. Ooh, we've had a no vote, despite the fact that we have already, like, seemingly somewhat committed to the lift up some heavy things when we concede goals. That surprised me a little bit. Jaden Anthony, Peru, can't do anything about it. Yamalyuk to Ndidi, who finds Farce. It's just going to get passed around us at this point. They don't need to. And then we've got another yes. Okay. You see, I was willing to lose this earlier because it's just the League Cup. But now, I don't want to concede any more goals. It's an inspiration, to be fair. I have been good vibed into... Ooh, that was scary. I've been sort of vibe checked into dedicating myself more to this FM save. Come on. Oh, shit. Willie, come on. Peru. Over the top. Mateo Joseph, shoot! Mateo Joseph scoring in effectively meaningless cup matches. It's the perfect duo. It's going to happen forever. We've not got any more subs, but I think we can get a little bit more aggressive here. Let's push Peru up the pitch a bit. Oh, what else can we do, though? Sod it. Roberts, full aggression. Firpo, full aggression. Kamara, don't know what you can do, buddy. But your best. That's all I'm going to ask. Everyone else is, like, very attacking. And we've got to hope that it works. And we'll go attacking. We We will make this work. We'll force it. We'll get a second goal. And hopefully not concede a third. Roberts, inside. Peru. Lays it off to Kamara. Hits it! Roberts, come on. In the box. That was horrible. That was one of the worst corners I've ever seen. Shackleton's cautioned by Coop. Talked a bit too much about Wensleydale. Don't do it, Iheanacho. Not in the last minute. There's no need. You don't need to hurt me like that. Also, is the music at good volume for this one? Because I've had to fiddle with that a little bit too, so I just... Right, that was unnecessary shithousing from Fatawu. But we've lost 2-1. We're out of the League Cup. I'll be honest with you, I'm not that arsed. League Cup doesn't matter. What matters is continuing to play quite well. If we can do that. The if is big. I accept that. It ain't easy. Peru makes a Leeds debut. Diogo Montero does okay. That's fine. Leeds make a Willy offer. Yeah, I don't think you're going to... 41 million quid for Rutat. That might have to be a poll later. So I know we discussed this in the last stream, and I'm gonna say that we're forfeit streaming now because I've agreed to it. But we have a big question. It's a big important question. How much do we sell Firpo for? So we got £5.5 million here. This is guaranteed. We will make £5.5 million if we accept this. But I'm also going to add a couple more options. I'm going to see if we can get maybe up to 7 million. Because I think we can. I think it's doable. There's nothing stopping us from potentially getting that from Crystal Palace. I don't think he's worth that 7.5 that it's telling me that he's worth. That's just that isn't happening. I'm not daft. That would be insanity. Also, ignore that. Thank you. Let's try for 6. They accepted the 6. There we go. Junior, please accept that offer from Crystal Palace. And we can all move on our way. We can all be happy with each other. Amari Miller playing actually good football is obscene. That's not meant to happen in Football Manager. You don't do that. Are you lost? Chris Moore did okay. We're just waiting for our new left backs now. Before we end up losing Junior Firpo. Which will be a problem if we don't get someone in time and if he leaves immediately. Pascal Stroke over Junior Firpo at left back is giving me bad throwbacks. It's giving me Jesse Marsh vibes, and those are not vibes that we necessarily want on this stream, are they? A Burgos loan offer for Mateo Joseph. I don't think regular starters enough minutes. And I don't think that I'd even get to watch his matches. So that's probably a no. Question is, what's going on in the transfer market? What can we consider doing with various moves and wheels and deals and all that jazz? And is there anyone that we want to sell? So if I look at scouted players, who's interested in coming to Leeds on loan? That is quite good at football. Chukwuemeka from Chelsea. Not the worst. Jacob Murphy also could be significantly worse. But there's not much going on, is there? Because in this version of the game, they've modified things. So as a championship side, you can no longer just sign Cole Palmer and break the league, which makes this a little bit trickier for us. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Cole Palmer, in our first attempt at a save, absolutely did the job for us. Made sure that things were fine. Ooh. That's not bad. If they accept him being a star player, I think we can fan Dabby Dozy. There we go. Star player it is for Matteo Joseph. Well done. You have found your way to Norway. Into the tactical meeting. I think for general tactics, lads, please don't concede. My arms will hurt, is what I'm going to go with. I think advanced forward here works. Paired with, I'll just go standard attacking midfielder. Just because I don't think we made enough of our chances in that last match. Call Gray more of a playmaker as well. See if that helps with the sort of aggression, ball progression, all that sort of stuff. Let's put Joffrey on the bench. Give him a bit of a run out. Is Rodon injured, or what's he doing over there? Come on, let's not be silly. You're in the 11, but there we go. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Any suggestions for a change in that side? I've just noticed it's Nonto at the top. Never mind. Joel, where are you? Okay, so Melier, Roberts, Ampadu, Rodon, Firpo, Grey, Gruev, sorry, I just remembered that he corrected the correction to his name's pronunciation. God, that's difficult. Then Somerville, Rutter, Nonto, and Pirou. With Bamford on the bench in case Pirou doesn't quite do it. I think that works. Unless anyone has any thoughts on why that wouldn't work. In which case I'm happy to be very flexible because I know that I can be incredibly daft a lot of the time. So, but otherwise I'm going to stick with this. Who are we up against? We are up against Preston North End, who, in their first match in the season, lost to Rotherham, which, as signs of talent go, beaten by Rotherham is not good. Admittedly, they then won their next match 5-1, but that was Notts County. But I think this works. Yeah, I'm going to commit to it. We'll see. It's Preston, so who knows what's going to happen. They're going to kick us quite a lot. We're going to kick them back. Should be a match that we win. I have faith make a difference. Faith make a difference. Faith make a difference. And let's just sort of hope that having faith does in fact make a difference. And I'm immediately scared. They do have a player in their side called Holmes. And I think for now we persevere with Pirou because he scored in our first match of the season. Somerville in behind didn't work. Brody pressing up. Woodman. Oh, no, don't drop in. Press them. I might do what I saw a friend did on Football Manager. No, not like that. Okay. In which he created a tactic in which they would press the goalkeeper high and tackle hard every single time. Which I think they played a match against Scum at one point, injuring their goalkeeper and their bench goalkeeper. So I might try something like that. Cream! It's 1-0! Yes! We've done it! It's a start. It's not perfect, but we're going to take it. Also, how are we feeling about the camera being up in this corner? Hello. Rather than down that one, which used to be the case. I don't mind it, but I'm happy to be flexible. You know me. Oh, this is bad. I've lost the tab where my music is coming from, which feels like a problem. 1 second. Now, there it is. Cool. Got it. I think this is hype enough music for the match. Since we're playing, I'll let this one stay. Brown deals with it. Okay, that's fine. Good afternoon, Pizzarial. How are things? You have lost the opportunity to protect me from the consequences of my own actions. We have a new rule. If another team concedes, and this is because I am trying to sort of bulk up a bit. I accept I'm a small boy. I'm not very, like, good at the physical side of football, which I play every Monday, and I probably should be, and I think that's why I was in, like, a big old pain for the past couple of days. But every time we concede a goal, big boy here is getting curled 5 times, which is going to start hurting if we end up playing against good sides, but we've got Preston right now, so I'm feeling okay. Also, I'm personally going to... Oh, Ethan. Yeah, I'm personally going to be holding Evie to account if Preston score today, because they have a player called Holmes. And being at least partially a Holmes, you are at least partially to blame for this, if they score. Especially if he scores. I'm very glad that Melier saved that, because I would have felt really bad. Because you know me, I like to bring the good vibes in streams. Fruck, yeah? Back post, Ruter deals with it. Who's chasing back? Absolutely nobody, but that's fine. Piru's got a free kick on the edge of the box. Decently blocked, to be fair to him. You accept. I'm glad you accept. Because you are the one that is responsible for this. In the same way that every time Blackburn beat Leeds United, I feel really bad. And I'm like, this is irrational, but I do. Howdy, howdy, baby zebra. How are things? Potts to Brown. Brown is also quite close to O'Brien. Is it O'Brien or O'Brien? Because I know the Irish route is O'Brien, but O'Brien is also partially used in some places. So I want to get that, like, totally right, and I always feel really bad when I make little mistakes like that. As Pizzarial will know, because I've repeatedly tried to pronounce Norwegian names and felt a tit. Piru! Yes! This is why we stuck with Joel Piru. 2-0. Half an hour in. This is going better than I thought this would. See? Blackburn losing. I feel bad. Because it's to Hull. And Hull is not a real place, in my opinion. Despite the fact that my mum went to uni in Hull. Nonto back to Gray. Shoots! Oh, that would have been a perfect time to score. Hang on. Bit of feedback. I think you're doing great and loving content like Joe's, but the music you've chosen is more suited to Sonic the Hedgehog. That's fair enough. It's just, I've got a... Hold on. I do have quite a big playlist of stuff, to be fair. I've got lots, so I can just... We're now in more vibesy... We're in Brazil now. Groove, Somerville... Oh, that would have been nice. O'Brien, like how you'd say the name Brian, half Irish myself. Then I will stick with that. I just find the other music is good for, like, raising a little bit of tension, bringing some action, but we can flick between the two. Brady, out wide. Does this mean that I also now half blame Evie for every single goal scored against me by an Irishman? Because that'd make things easier. Doing great with your content, Leeds News, I'm loving it, keep it up. Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate that, and I will continue to keep it up. Or at least I will do my best to continue to keep it up. I was really disappointed over the last few days because I've been meaning to, like, do daily uploads and daily streams as much as I can. And then on Tuesday, I felt like what I think is, like, maybe a very, very minor hernia kicking in, because it's something that happens after exercise and it's no good. And I'm planning on getting it sorted, but in a few months, because I've got some bits and bobs that I cannot miss coming up. including a charity walk. But thank you, Ilan. Very nice. So I had to miss a day because of that, because I just sort of spent the day like curled up in bed like, this hurts, but this position doesn't, so I'm going to stick with it. That's why I don't exercise. I do minimal exercise, but my thinking is the fact that I do like some exercise every week, being like, oh, that could have been 3, being like a game of football. Maybe I'm just sort of taking my like body by surprise and hurting it a little bit more, so I'm trying to do a little bit more stuff. You seem to be in an excellent mood today. I am, because I am feeling more good. Peru in behind, let's make it 3. Thank you. That's offside, isn't it? Yep. That's how the offside rule works. I am in a better mood today because I'm feeling a little bit more physically there, and because please don't concede right now. Please don't concede right now. Please don't concede right now. Okay. Because ADHD medication is now actually like properly stocked where the pharmacy that I go to is. So I am now head in the right direction. So I was sort of having physical bad and mental bad at the same time. Spring is my favourite time of year. I am a liker of spring, but I'll be honest, I think favourite I'd go like September. Because you've got the nice autumnal vibes. I do like a bit of autumn. But you've still got a little bit of like residual heat from the summer. You've still got the occasional day where it's hitting like 18, 20 degrees, and that's quite nice. But like, I was having a good vibe, Osmajic. We were doing well. We were happy. But no, you had to score a goal. And now I've got to lift up the heavy thing. Ow. Instead, why has he got to do me like that? Drugs happy is my favourite form of happy. It's less of a happy, because it's not an antidepressant one. It's more drugs, I can be productive now. Because when like the medication isn't in and I've not had it for a few days, it's like I can't sort of click into gear and do shit. Whereas when I have my medication, it's a lot easier to sort of point myself in the right direction and go. That becomes just so much simpler. I'm able to like do things that I need to do. Peru cuts back to grey. And that includes making videos, it includes doing work, it includes streaming, and it's all stuff that I like doing, and I know that at the very least one person in this chat also has ADHD, so can relate to that. I wasn't going to call you out, Baby Zebra, but then you called yourself out. But it's more of a, I really want to be doing the productive thing, but I've got the big ol' ADHD paralysis going on, so I can't do the thing, but doing the thing would make me happy. And it sort of helps with the dealing with the paralysis and getting the ball rolling again. Shut my brain up so I can function, but getting back onto them is a killer for me, so I'm going to have to do that soon when mine are back in stock. Yeah, I feel that. Oh, Archie, come on, please finish those. Let's wrap up the game here, we can do it. It's only 2-1, so I'm not feeling happy yet. Also, Archie, I'm going to take you off for Glenn. I hope that's okay. You need meds, but the shops don't have them. Why? It's a big old supply issue. The issue with it is, and I heard it like long form from a pharmacist one time, but I'm not going to give you all the details because it takes forever. Basically, the factories that made them were unable to make them for a while, in part due to COVID ages ago, and in part due to various other like shortages. But basically, manufacturing worldwide is crap. And the only way that I've been able to like get mine recently, because previously I was on one called Elvance Adult, and now I'm just on Elvance. But switching to the standard version means that I can get any brand, whereas the Elvans adult one was one brand, which wasn't... Oh, Joe, come on. Which wasn't being made anymore. By Joe, I mean Rodon, not me. I can't do anything to put the ball in the back of the net. But yeah, combining the brain no worky, so body no worky, with body ow, meant that I couldn't do things to make the brain happy. And if the brain would be happy, I feel like the body would be more happy. But now I'm sort of like rolling again, which helps. Dan James, Peru, come on. Score the goal. Dan James puts it in, near post, Rodon. We've got to score a third here. Somerville. Can we just sign Freddie Woodman? Because Woodman is having the game of his life right now. And there's nothing that we can do to stop it. Let's see, we're back to massively underperforming our XG. Oi! Oi! It's not massively, I don't think. I've not had a look, I'll be honest with you. But we'll see. I will have a look in a moment. Never mind. No, I won't, because it went away. Oh, shit. Yeah, we might be. 19 shots, 9 on target. But the thing is, I'm feeling more okay about that 9 on target. So if I quickly check out the match stats... Never mind, it's not got XGOT. Or does it? Right, if I insert... No, because I don't think it's going to be here. But expected goals on target is like XG, but after the shot. Which makes it a lot more accurate for goalkeepers. But I don't think it's going to be here, so I can't see how good their goalkeeper was compared to how bad our finishing was. But 9 shots on target, I can't feel bad about. This was game number 2 of the stream. Game number 2 of the league. We'd previously lost to Leicester. Yeah, XG is expected goals, which is the amount of goals you should have scored from the shots that you had. And then that's from the attacker's perspective. So if you have a shot from an in-shout in the middle of the net, the XG is basically 1. If you're shooting from your own half, the XG is going to be 0.006 or something tiny like that. When the shot is taken, that's where you can take like the goalkeeper's statistics into account. That accounts for where the ball is now going. So a shot that's going into the top corner is going to have an XGOT of like 0.99, where the goalkeeper 1% of the time might get there. Whereas a shot directly at the goalkeeper at no speed is going to have an XGOT of like 0.02. 98% of the time that goalkeeper is making that save. And it's fair enough that you were confused by that, because a lot of people that watch football for many years still don't quite understand XGOT and XG and how to compare the two and which of them actually matters. And that includes a significant number of Leeds fans who are like, Ilan Mellier's not good enough. Why has he conceded after like 1 shot on target? And it's like, well, because that shot on target was really good. If he's put it into the corner, he's put it into the corner. It doesn't matter if they've shot directly at the keeper 4 times before that. Do we recall Lewis Bate from loan? Because it's MK Dons, and I don't like MK Dons. So I'm going to ask you guys that. Anyway, let's finish the meeting off. Daryl Ombang isn't getting the playing time he needs. That's fine. I will just loan list that lot then. I'm not going to mess with playing time just because I'm in the early stages. I've not got the players on my back yet. As in, like, they don't have my back yet, I mean. So it's going to take a little bit of time to make everything feel more comfy, cozy, okay, feeling happy. But if you haven't yet, pop a quick vote in the chat as to whether or not we want to get Lewis Bate back from his loan to MK Dons. We can probably just sell him from that point, to be fair. But that's a decision that we'll need to make. We have Sergio Gomez in on loan as our Junior Firpo replacement. We just need Junior Firpo to leave. Let's fix that wage budget. There we go. Did you bring anybody in? We've just got Sergio Gomez in, and we are looking at Caleb Willie as a long-term wonder kid option, who will be staying in America until December. I've checked it this time. It's not the Nipan situation. Nipan. I can't remember which one it was. It might be Nipan. Yeah, it's not the same as that situation. It's a... Thank God he's accepted the contract. Don't recall bait. Okie dokie. In that case, he can stay. Why have we got Leicester again? I don't want to lift the heavy things. Firpo to Crystal Palace. 6 million quid. We get 4.6 of that because various deals from Barcelona. Thank you so much for that, Victor Orta. Importantly, it frees up 30k of the wage budget, which I don't mind. That's fine by me. Barca get 20% of the fee. Jesus. It's not good, is it? But we brought in 2 left-backs. We've lost 1. Might need to further upgrade next season, but that's completely fine. Question is, what other positions do we need to improve in? If you had a side that was effectively this current Leeds United team, I don't need to lift the heavy thing. We've not conceded. When we concede goals is when I lift the heavy thing. But currently, there's no need to lift the heavy thing, so I'm not going to lift the heavy thing. Right. So, I'm going to register Sergio Gomez, which is all fine and dandy, no problems. Does he immediately make it into the first team? Of course he does. But for now... Also, where is Iris? Iris is asleep on the bed next door. So I'm not going to go fetching Iris, because if she's comfy, she's comfy. I don't like getting in the way of that. What other changes have we made? Kiefer Moore on loan. I think, because of the way that the database works, he's currently already on loan at Ipswich. As far as I'm aware. Don't know why it's suggesting we start Sam Greenwood when he's not passed a fitness test, but let's not do that. Let's go Ruter and Peru again, because they did pretty well in the last match. Okay, we're still on not recalling bait from loan. That's completely fine by me. Anyone from this bench need to make it into the side? I don't know why Darlow's at left back. That's a weird one. Let's pop Byram out there again. If it comes to it, we've got Gomez on the bench waiting. From this lot, I think I'm going to chuck Joffy on the bench. Just because we know he can do something of a job. Maybe another creative midfielder. I feel like it could be... There are plenty of worse decisions than another creative midfielder. Strauch. Yep, good point. Forgot about Strauch. Stroke Ampadu. Why is Rodon on the bench again? Why does it keep telling me to leave Rodon on the bench? I don't know, but we'll stick with this. I'm going to listen to it for once. 2 players will have to be given squad numbers. I will give Sam Greenwood his number 42 back. Sergio Gomez likes to be a number 10. You're a left back, buddy, so you're getting number 16. I'm going to save number 3 for when Willie comes in. because being like an actual left back, I feel like I can do that. It feels a little bit more okay. I think. I'm gonna roll with it. We're gonna hope. This is a match we should be winning. Strong defense. Control the midfield. Finish well. Interesting watching you play. I think I pay too much attention to overall risk assessment regarding injuries. I will be honest with you. I think I don't pay enough attention to that. I sort of go on vibes. And if we have a problem, then we have a problem. But it's a problem that I'm happy to work around. Although I do completely see your side of it. I might pay more attention to injuries going forwards, but at the moment we're in the fairly, like, uncongested part of the season. We're at the stage where there's not too much football. Encourage the boys, thank you. I've adjusted it so now you can see the bottom left. You can see when I am encouraging the boys. That is something I should have been doing, though. Thank you for pointing that one out. Vibes, absolutely vibes. What is football, if not the collective vibes of thousands of middle-aged folk on a Saturday afternoon? Rowe wins the ball. Van Hooijdonk. Thank you, Ilan. I could have done without the heavy thing. What do we call the heavy thing? I think like Doug or something like that. Inside. Rowe, he's going to shoot. No, he's not. Sarah's going to shoot and he's going to miss. Yes! Kicking the ball is relatively important too. It is, except if you're in the crowd. That was offside. Knew it. I knew it. I knew he was offside. We're fine. Kicking the ball is relatively important, but I would argue that kicking the ball is only important for like about 30 people. Everyone else is watching other people kick the ball. So football is a bit about kicking the ball. But you've got some teams that barely get to kick the ball, and their fans are still there. They're still vibing on a Saturday afternoon. And I think there's something beautiful in that. Except when you're Sheffield United. That's when... Oh, shit. That's when you don't vibe at all. And that's where football's less fun. Great, to Georgie. Very nice. Let's get a little bit of a counter going. He's gone wider than I thought he would. But that's okay, because he's going to square it for Pirro! Get in! I'm so glad that went in, because I'd already committed to the sort of celebratory Pirro. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I'll do. Hold on. I'm going to start a thing in the chat, and I don't know how it works. Start a Q&A. What names do we give to the heavy forfeit? No, rephrase that. For the forfeit heavy thing. Shit. Especially important now. Because we've just conceded a goal. I'm going to need some names. And whilst some names roll in, I'm going to lift the heavy thing. Ow! Shit, a brick. Donk. Donk the heavy. I quite like Donk. Donk's fun. Gabriel Sara. Who again I want to sign, but I know that I won't be able to. Because he's just very good, isn't he? Are the replies public? I don't think so. What on earth are you going to call the heavy thing? The reply I choose, I will... Where the hell is it gone? I will masking tape and whiteboard marker the name on. Donk also sounds like what you would call it when the heavy thing hits the floor. Barnes. Okay, that's fine. You see, this could have been a real problem game. And it is. But I'm choosing to remain optimistic. Byram to Georgie. Back to Byram. Nonto. Put it in the middle. Shoot. Gray. Shoot. Right. Roberts is having a stinker. Byram is also having a stinker. But why is Roberts having a stinker? How do I look at the numbers? How do I find out why the numbers are bad? I don't know. Archie's been okay. He's not been great, but he's been okay enough. I'm going to change Connor Roberts to be a defensive wingback just because that might work. Archie's on a booking, but I don't want to sub him off. Byram's not played well either. We'll try a counter press. And we'll see how that works. There is a risk, but it might work. Van Huydonk, which I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm not 100% sure. It gives it a row, dealt with by Somerville. Okay, now we have the ball. Let's not do anything silly. Let's be nice and calm and sensible. I would like to win this game of football. Nonto. Joel is offside. I was so optimistic. And then Mr. Joey P decides to go for a little bit of a walk, decides to wander offside. Burke. Absolute. Oh. Green! Oh, that wasn't good. Explain offside. Hang on. Right. You see this line of defenders here? In fact, this isn't what I expected I'd need to do today. Right, so. Football pitch. You've got a goal here. Yep. Pitch. Pitch. You've got your 6-yard box. 18-yard box. Penalty spot. Cool. Where is the thickness boy? There we go. So you got a goalkeeper here. Yep. I'll say we've got a black team and I'll switch it to a red team. No, I won't. I'll switch it to a blue team. Defender 1. Defender 2. I'll go for 3 for ease. There we go. So. Now. You also have Mr. Blue. Yep. Mr. Blue. There we go. I've got a tactics board app. Why am I doing it like this? And Mr. Purple. Okay. And Mr. Yellow wants to pass a ball to one of these players. There has to be an easier way to do this. So. Looking at this line here. This is the offside line. So, if there is only one defender between you and the goal, you are offside. The goalkeeper counts as a defender, counts exactly the same as these guys. Are we tracking that bit? Hopefully. So, if yellow plays the ball to blue here, blue, offside, so that's a free kick. That's a foul from where he is, where he gets the ball. Yellow passes to purple, onside, because there's more people between the goal and him. Well, between him and the goal. So if, for example, there is another team black defender here, all of a sudden, I'm liking the music. This music has synced up very nicely for this segment. All of a sudden, Mr. Blue is now onside. Because there are two people between him and the goal. So the offside line now is about there. So he is now onside. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So it's about the number of people between an attacker and the goal. And that's just people in general. A goalkeeper counts exactly the same as a defender. That doesn't make a single bit of difference. And everyone else in the chat that understands the offside rule, have I explained that well? Have I explained that all good, like? Or have I just sort of, like, stabbed in the dark and it's not worked? But that should cover it. Somerville can't score. Ampadu. Piru. Roberts, please. Shoot. Just... Okay, it's a corner. But I think that covers it. I think that's explained offside well enough, right? Maybe? Roberts. Is he going to cross it? No, easy bollocks. Although, to be fair, as both a baby and a zebra, I can understand why offside's a little bit too far. Gray. Plays the long ball. Doesn't work out. But I have opinions now on this rule, but don't intend to sound more stupid, so I will shut up. What are the opinions on the rule? When the ball is passed, yeah. Rather than when a player receives it. Piru, up the top. Doesn't work out. Okay. Yeah, I misphrased something there. But yeah, any opinions you have on the offside rule, you will not sound stupid, because everyone has strong opinions on the offside rule. So just go for it. Send it. No problem. Row! That's infuriating. We were doing so well. And then Donk had to walk in. Arlo! I think Arlo heard me stand up and was like, I'm gonna fight someone. Please don't have been offside. Okay, we're fine. You wouldn't embarrass yourself in the slightest. If anything, the most embarrassing part about the offside rule is the people enforcing it. Roberts, you are coming off immediately. Sergio Gomez can take his place, and I will have you as a complete wingback on attack, because we need to attack. Because we're having some problems here. Don't be Team Arlo. The only person against Arlo is me. And when my own chat is turning against me in exchange for my dog, I don't think my tiny, fragile ego can handle that. Right. Changes on the 55th minute. This is something that Leeds United fans have not seen for an extended period of time. Nonto to Byram. To Stroke. Back to Byram. Let's maybe go forwards. I know it's a controversial view, but I think if we attack, we might do good. Gray to Roberts, who is still on the pitch. I've not had a chance to take him off yet. Back to Roberts. If Roberts can score, I might keep him on. Long ball, Nonto to Georgie, who finds Byram. Okay, nice little overlap there. Cut it inside. Cree! Some people in the past have said that Football Manager is not an accurate simulation. I would argue that Leeds United missing a chance like that before immediately scoring a chance, like the one that Somerville just put away, that Piru just put away, is the most Leedsy thing. Byram to Somerville, gives it to Piru, who somehow Piru, not offside, has done a smart here. I don't know. Do we keep pushing to win this? What's the plan? I don't know. Do we have a plan? Somerville puts it in. Stroke across. Gruev. Oh, Stroke hit the bar. Oh dear. YouTube's doing that thing where it's telling me that it's going to run ads in 40 seconds, so I'm going to let that run as long as I can and do it after the match, because I don't like sort of taking the match away from people. Gomez, Byram, Gruev, shoots! Oh, we need to score these. Peru's offside. Of course Peru's offside. Let's make some changes. Let's get a little bit more aggressive, because I know there's 3 points here somewhere for us. I'm going to drop Byram in as a centre-back. And I'll play with wide centre-backs instead on attack. Stroke, you can do the same thing. Gomez, how good are you in that spot? You're not. Okay. Well, I'll try you as a defensive winger. James, I know, can be a defensive winger. Who in the front line hasn't impressed? Nonto. Okay. Is that what I want to do, though? No, it's not. Pop Somerville in there, who I will play as the defensive winger. Bamford and Peru and Rutter as a front line. Bamford doing the pressing. Could that work? Oh, for fuck. The ad happened and I didn't notice. That's my bad. Sorry, guys. I'm going to give it a minute to make sure people have the chance to get back if they want to get back. I did not mean for the ad to run. So we're going to wait it out for a minute. Because I don't hugely like when an ad goes, you know what, I'm more important than the stream. No, you're not, YouTube. Come on. I know that you need to make money. I know that I need to make money, but let's be a little bit sensible here. Let's not get daft with it. Also, still accepting any suggestions for the Rutter on the right, Somerville on the left. I'm tempted, but I quite like this Giga attacking mode. I want to give a look. We'll stick with this. I do like the idea of Rutter right, Somerville left. But not for this time. Also, if anyone has any suggestions for the name of the heavy thing, just let me know. And we are still accepting suggestions. 87th minute, if nothing happens, I'm going to bring on Sam Greenwood. Georgie. Makes the run, doesn't work out. Kenny McLean picks it up. Gabriel Sara passes back to McLean, dealt with by Nonto. The subs haven't happened yet though. Kamara. Find Nonto again. Georgie. You had so many options. And you picked none. None of the above. We're about a minute away from trying Sam Greenwood. Because we don't quite know how he is in this game yet. Joe Rodon. Georgie. Oh, it doesn't work out. Gruev. Come on. Nice little sensible stuff. We can find an opportunity here. Let's make that change. Because Georgie is looking quite tired. Oh, running out of time now. Gibson. Gabriel Sara to Locadia. Dealt with by Gomez. Dealt with wrong, but okay. We're just about surviving at the moment, and I don't like that. Sam Byram to Peru. Peru. Back to Byram. Back to Peru. Launched over to the back post. Right, we've underperformed on our XG again. And we've conceded because of some stupid moments that shouldn't have happened. We're still equal with top of the table, which I think is a miracle. But there's got to be something that we can do here. Something to sort of change things up, something to improve stuff. trying to find my big old roll of masking tape because I'm very tempted to just go with donk because donk works. Donk's a good name. Do we want a 9? Yeah, well done, Joel. You are scoring goals. I don't understand how, but you're a bit too good at being offside. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the queue now. I'm going to start another one. I'm going to start another thingy, Q&A thing. Are there any videos that you want to see? Just let me know, because I'm trying to think of more ideas for videos and stuff, but I always want to make stuff that works for you guys. Stuff that you enjoy. But then again, a lot of the time I make stuff and I think, what if they don't like it? And I don't put it out. So if there is anything that immediately comes to mind, just let me know. Just pop it in the chat. And I would massively appreciate it. I'll assign Caleb or Willie the number 3. Or at least I was intending to. I don't think I can because I've got it filtered to players not at club aren't here. Caleb, Willie is number 3. Caleb Wiley, never mind. I want to edit his name. Edit his name in FM so he's now Caleb Willie. Matteo Joseph, give me some match reports. Do quite well, that would be ideal. He's gone off to Norway to make friends and to play football. Gelhart shines as Greenwood finds fitness. Is Greenwood finding fitness? Greenwood's finding fitness. He played the full 90 though when he's only been recommended for 45. So that feels like a risk. I'd rather we didn't take those risks, but there we go. What do we need? In terms of transfers, we've got a bit of cash. Not lots, we're not flush with dollar. But there's got to be something that we are quite badly in need of, and I don't know what it is. Because I feel like there's definitely places we can upgrade this squad. I'm also feeling that we maybe don't need Carl Darlow and Christopher Clausen. I want to say that one quietly, but that feels a bit unnecessary. Part of me wants like a creative playmaker kind of player. Someone that can crack a defence wide open and start causing the other side problems. Someone a bit like Ozil, Isco, that kind of area. That isn't necessarily going to finish moves, but is going to be a big old part of it. Cam, yeah. I'm gonna... How do I send you on a coaching course? I don't know. We'll do that another time. I just know that I need to send him on one. Right, players in range. Number 10s. What specific role are we talking? We're talking playmaker, aren't we? Oscar Trejo? Although for some reason I put the French like swaz on that rather than the Spanish one. Trejo, maybe? I don't know. I don't do Spanish. This feels like a really small list of potential number 10s. that are interested in a move, which is heartbreaking. Because there's a lot of footballers in the world, and not many of them seem to want to make the move to Leeds. Thank you, Michael. That is much appreciated. I didn't think Joe was streaming right now. Is Joe streaming right now? Has Joe been streaming? In which case, that's lovely. Thank you very much. But either way, welcome, Michael. Hope you're well. Right. The fact we can only find 462 players is bad. We're all agreed on this. Maybe we just look for an advanced playmaker. Someone that can play in that role in general. Just being silly. It's all good, Michael. I was in a weird spot where I was like, uh-oh, do I need to get ready for lots and lots of people? But it's nice having you either way. Being silly is absolutely just what we do here, so that's all good. This isn't looking the most promising, I'll be completely honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my director of football. Hello, Nick Hammond. How's things? Why are you showing me your goalkeeper stats? Is it something in your contract? Are you contracted as a goalkeeper? No. So why is that happening? He has been streaming just now. When was he streaming? Because I checked beforehand because I don't like to sort of clash with when Joe's doing stuff. Right. Scouting. Recruitment focus. Let's add a new one. Let's get a cam. Someone with a decent level of current ability. Potential ability I'm not too bothered about, but that is going to be top priority, I think. And hopefully that picks out someone good. If it doesn't, I think we have a bit of a collective cry. If it doesn't, I think I've just said if it doesn't. If it does, however, we can be nice and happy. We can be bouncing along. We can the good vibes will roll. But that's where I get a little bit scared. Afternoon, JSY. How's it going? Right, let's get to the next match. It's Leicester again. Why does it keep telling me to play Liam Cooper? What's going on with this? More heavy thing. More heavy thing only comes if we concede goals. And we haven't yet. So that's fine. Right, low risk of injury on Sergio Gomez. Connor Roberts had an absolute stinker last match, so I don't know how I feel on that. Don't know how I feel on having to play him. Fuck it, I'm gonna put Rodon in the back line. And I'm gonna do this. Look, it's magic. It works. I'm gonna try Archie as the right back. Streamed 6 minutes ago, didn't know I realised. Okay. Very weird. Yeah, I looked at his like pre-planned streams beforehand and I was like, right, okay, so there's nothing there, so I'll just go for it. But in the event that I have accidentally clashed with Joe, sorry man, didn't mean to. Alright. I'm gonna put Joffrey on the bench, I think. He could be worthy of getting some minutes, and I think we do try that Rutter out on the flank thing. Maybe Nonto as the 10. I kind of want to try Nonto as the 10. Go for it. Fine. Sergio Gomez, we go for it. I wouldn't even say it's like a considerate thing. I'd say it's like... I don't know, I don't like being in the way. Battle at Hillsborough 11-minute stream. Streamed for 11 minutes? Oh, it's not a stream, that's just a video. I can understand the confusion there. Yeah, that's just his pre-match preview video. But yeah, I didn't know that was coming out because it wasn't like a previewed one, but that's fine. People pleaser problems. Okay, you don't have to hit so hard. You don't gotta hit right on my soul. And at what point does it become people pleasing? And at what point does it become like drastic levels of conflict avoidance? Somerville? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm alright, Gary. How are you? Hopefully well. We are currently on a combination between a workout regime and a football manager save, which is something that has never been said in a sentence before. 1 second. Oh, I thought we'd scored them. No, I cannot find that masking tape. Sent you a wee message, goosebump moment. I will have a look at that shortly. I'll wait till the stream is done so I can properly reply to you. I don't like rushing replies and stuff. Ricardo to Winks. Let's not have any problems here. Don't want to have a fight with Donk again. In fact, what I'm going to do. Mavadidi shoots. Good stuff. Right. I'm going to pause this for a second. Start a new text thing. Posh. Okay. Does anyone have any, like, favourite fonts? I know this is such a weird question to be asking. But it makes sense in my head. And it will all come together. Anyone says Comic Sans, I kill you. And I'm only half kidding. I could go for Impact. That's fairly standard. That's not even a font, that's just like, symbols. Piru's fantastic in this game. I'm discovering that now, because he wasn't in my first save. But in this current save, it's working quite nicely. Watching Arabian F1 practice one whilst watching you living the high life and spoilt for choice. I would be watching practice at the moment because I'm working the qualifying tomorrow. But alas, here I am doing a stream instead. That'll do. Rockwell extra bold. I think we've had 4 donks so far, haven't we? There we go. Do we multiply... For our donk count, do we boost it up to what the actual count is? Maybe. Put him on free kicks. He's already on free kicks. It sort of like defaulted itself. Right. I'm going to put the donk count in there. Don't cover the score. I've not covered the score. But there we go. If I were to cover the score, that would make the donk count a little bit, like, pointless. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let's not. Oof. Ilan Melier is saving our lives right now. Right, Dewsbury Hall. The poshest wedding venue in Yorkshire. Doyle Fatawu. Oh, Christ. Ilan is saving our skin right now. Dewsbury Hall. Pings it in. Dealt with nicely. Okay, Fatawu. Where's it going now? Back to Dewsbury Hall. Back to Fatawu. No, 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 no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. So, for context, for anyone that hasn't been here for the entire stream, the donk count is part of what's happening to help me get a little bit healthier, a little bit fitter. Every time we concede a goal, we have to lift up old donk here 5 times. Thus far, we've conceded 5 goals, and donk has been lifted 25 times. So to face Leicester twice in a stream is unlucky, I think, to say the least. Georgie! Oh! That was unfortunate. More water, lost loads of weight for me. It's not a weight loss thing. It's a sort of bulky up thing. Because in terms of like weight, I'm all good. I'm a slender boy. Like, hold on. Look at these wrists and tell me that that is not an excessively slim boy that should probably, in fact, be eating more. It's more of a, like, physical being good at sort of strengthy things. Specifically looking at, like, footballing stuff, because every single time at 7-a-side I'm losing 50-50s, and if I can fix that, then I can fix that, and that'd be very nice. Water is key. I do get that, yeah. Piru, have a go, please. Okay, ram the keeper. Don't mind that. I'll swap you. No, I'll keep this. Although, if I were to be giving this away, I'd be like, well, the knees are a bit janky. Occasionally, there's some quite bad hip pain because of issues that I don't know what they are. And sometimes, on occasion, you get some dickhead called a Vout Farce making you donk. I don't know who to blame for that goal. I'm just mad. I'm just unhappy. By the end of the season, do we keep the same donk count, or do we just do like this stream and overall donk count? Probably hypermobility comes common with ADHD. I have it in my hips and knees. Yeah, I got it in my wrists. Defensive performance hasn't been acceptable. Not happy with your playmaking, and I will say I'm not happy with your finishing, even though you've scored a goal. Because it gets you fired up. I'm also going to encourage the boys, because them's the rules. You have to encourage the boys. If you don't encourage the boys, then what's the point? Piru was offside again. Gary. I told you Piru would do this. I think I said anything to you about Piru, but... Ongoing count. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I get that. Oh, come on. Ooh, if I remember right, Michael, you said that you were... Good stop. That you were watching Free Practice. Who is currently... Look, ignore that. Who's currently looking good in FP1? Back post Mother DD Winks! Shitting. Fucking... Michael, my name isn't James, but sure, you can post a question. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna do 3 of those on both sides. Just this time. We're gonna vary the body parts. I think that's a gym term. Somerville in behind. Come on, let's maybe finish a chance sometimes. Max is at the top with Ferrari. Okay, that makes sense. I'm guessing Checo is in the middle of nowhere again. Sorry, typo. You did it earlier with Josh, I think, and I just sort of let that one slide, and I was like, right, okay, let's deal with this now. Fatawu, please don't. Please don't. Okay. Right. Archie, I don't think you're doing the job right now. I don't think any of the front line is doing the job either. Ruter's having a stinker. Nonto's been okay. So I'm going to try Sam Greenwood. I'm going to see what he can do. Cree for Dan James. And that'll have to do, I think. No, it's all good. It's all good. I don't mind. Like, it's a mistake. Happens, doesn't it? Hey, the boys. Rocking up gang style. Footy question coming. Absolutely. Fire away. Gravenberch. Why have they got Gravenberch? Where the fuck did that come from? Right. Okay. I'm starting to think that 3-back is actually a little bit more functional than I thought it would be. Gonna change things a bit. Roberts, push up. Gomez. Gonna have to come off, I think. James drops in there, and we'll do something like that. I'll take off Gomez for stroke. And we'll hope going to 3 at the back helps. Should there be a cost cap or salary cap in football to help teams falling foul of FFP regulations, promoting fairness and parity and helping teams use their youth systems more? It depends what you're looking for. Are you on about a total cost cap? Between, like, any Premier League team can pay a grand total of this? Or are you talking it varies depending on club and revenue? Because if it varies depending on the club and their revenue, that already exists. If you're talking a total flat cost cap, I don't see how that helps anyone. I think that just sort of... It doesn't help the FFP because clubs could spend up to the top and they would still be making a loss. So Luton, if it spent the cost cap, would make a loss, and that isn't sustainable. At that point, you might as well just have FFP. Nearly. And then you got Man City and Man United, and all that lot. Oh, throw the ball out, you time-wasting goon. I think we effectively do have a ceiling, it just varies from club to club. That's what exists at the moment. Don't like what I saw from this team. I am genuinely annoyed at losing 3-1 to Leicester City. Especially since I got triple donked. That's just not acceptable, is it? Look, I would have used some stronger terminology. I would have been a significantly more annoyed boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna recall JB. But I like to be at least a little bit, like, monetized. And then we've got Southampton. Still need that 10 then. Which I think can be a problem. But I'm also gonna do a little tactical rework. We'll do a little bit of tiki-taka. But we'll do it in that system that we've been using sometimes. In that 3-back. Because we're not losing when we're using it. We'll just have this as an alternative. Need a closer relation on FFP between the EFL and EPL. Yeah, I mean... What makes more sense than having different regulations between different leagues is have the regulation be imposed by the FA. Because if the FA is the one imposing the FFP regulation, it doesn't matter what division you're in. At all. And sure, if the EFL or the Premier League want to impose a tighter regulation than that, go for it. No problem. Fantastic. But having the regulations change from club to club to club just means that when you bounce between the leagues, like you're going to see a hell of a lot, is just sort of inviting its own problems. And I don't see how that really helps anyone. I think that makes sense, at least the way that I've set that out. Who wants our players? Uh-oh. I don't like that bottom 3. Ruter, Stroke, Somerville. Oops. Right, have we found someone that can play as a 10? Oscar Trejo is again getting recommended, so we might have to consider him. He's a bit Pablo-y. Between 5 and 11k a week. And we can shrink the wages as well. Screw it. Yep, why not? We'll make an offer for 200k. If they accept, they accept. But that will take us a big leap closer. Serious talk over, back to silliness. We don't always have to be silly. It's nice to like have the nice silly vibes, because I know that football we get really serious quite a lot, and that doesn't really help anyone. Like everyone's best footballing memories won't be around like super serious stuff. It'll be like weird stuff that happened from time to time, and that's okay. I am, however, going to search for a new director of football. Because Nick Hammond cannot be here for very long. He's on the way out. Silly keeps me on top because I don't really get football. That's fair enough, yeah. I mean, learning football's easy enough, though. 17, 17, 13. Yes, please. Matt Crocker. I could do with a director of football. Thank you very much. He's very good at spotting players in terms of potential, in terms of ability, and at the end of the day, signing them. So I'm just going to give him a job. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not fair. You can't play Evan Ferguson in the 21s. He's not played once for their senior team either. Why? Is there a chance he could be looking for a move? Right, let's negotiate anyway. I'll call him an important player, but he's not going to get a long contract. 2 years is fine by me. Promotion wage rise. Yeah, sod it. In you come, Oscar. Might as well join us. Alright, let's quick pick. I want to try the tiki-taka. So I think we might have a decent chance using it. Box-to-boxy stuff. These are supporting centre-backs. Maybe not Coops. Coops scares me. I watched a great YouTube video yesterday on the old Rotherham Ground Millmore. Apparently it's still standing and lying dormant like a ghost stadium. I haven't seen the video that I think you're talking about yet. Am I right in thinking it'd be a stunt peg video? Because if so, I've been meaning to get onto that. And I might give that a watch after this. Right. Greenwood isn't ready for lots of minutes yet, so I'm just going to sub him out. But I think we try something like this. I know it's Southampton, and I know it's not the time to be experimenting, but it could work. Ideally, we don't concede here, but it's always hard to tell. I want to see a marked improvement. You're damn right I want to see a marked improvement. We're meant to be good at football, and then this is what you show me? No, unacceptable. Get good. That feels mean. But fine, we'll be mean. They deserve it. I forgot. Let's encourage the boys. Sorry, Pazuriel. I know you haven't called me out on it, but I feel like you're in the middle of doing so. How Bellis debris. I've got a slightly scary feeling that they're just going to do ball retention for the entire match. And it's going to be quite hard to break them down. We have not held as much possession as I would have wanted us to either. Ampadu in behind for Peru. Well picked up. In for Gray! I think it may be. Okay, I'll see if I can give that a look. Howard Bellis, out to Bednarek. Bree finds Armstrong, cut down by Anthony, very nice. Pat Bamford, still somehow on the ball, never mind, James Bree wins it back. But Bamford, good chasing. Somerville, Ampadu. Bamford on the turn finds Jorginho, who has a shot saved. I thought he missed. So that's not the biggest issue. That's fine. That's all good. We're chill. Ilya Grove. What can you do? Near post. Shit. Rodon. Peru. Hit it. Never mind. Grove. To Gray. Hit it. Never mind. Ampadu. Strout. Hit it. Ampadu. Someone hit it. Rutter. Pain. Howard Bellis. I've just realised I've forgotten to do the bloody... How quickly are we pressing? Much more often. Okay, cool. Let's go for a higher press. Let's go to that. But also opposition instructions. Bazunu. Let's press him. And let's tackle him hard. Let's give Bazunu some problems. That press won't come in until the next break, but when it does, we're just going to kick him. If it leads to red cards, then sure, we'll go back on it. But it could work. Ampadu. To Gray. What's happening? Far post. Doesn't work out. Bree, close him down. We've still not had that break, so we're still not pressing the keeper. But the three back seems to be okay. Bamford, in behind. Come on, finish. Never mind. Retire. Finish! Yes! We're leading. It's a start. We take it. Hopefully we can keep that up. Right, Jadon Anthony goes to Rutter. Holds it up quite nicely. Finds Gruev. Okay, what are we doing now? We're just going to hold the ball a bit. Apparently that. Gray, back post. Just get over the ball. on top of the ball, head it good, and we can be happy. But no, we can't be happy. And we're risking the wrath of Donk, which we hate to do. Peru, come on. Breaks free, have a shot. Bamford. Weirdly, I think by trying to make that chance better, we made it worse. We gave ourselves a harder time by trying to give ourselves an easier time. Bednarek. Okay, Ruter finds... No, he doesn't find Peru. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's calm things. Let's vibe it out. Gray to Somerville. Okay. Somerville. Still on the ball. Gray. Somerville. Ruter. And to annoy, but mostly support. I mean... Yeah. As annoyances go, like, there's worse. Ampadu, Peru, out wide. Lay it down the line. Look at where Gray is. Gray is hovering. Gray is... Never mind. Ampadu's just decided he's a right back. Pings it to the far post. Bamford underneath it. Doesn't get the head on it. Shit. That's fine. Anthony. Gruev. Behind Anthony. Square it, please. Square, please. Just kick ball. Inside. Inside. Square ball. Yep. TSB. TSB plus. Ah. That's the thing, like... Distractions on FM aren't, like, a thing. Because you're not the one doing the thing. Like, the worst thing I can do is have a bad idea, but those come naturally to me. Surely that's a foul. Crate picks it up inside Bamford. Mate, you were 2 yards out. How did you miss that? We could have put this game away. We didn't, and I think we might regret that one. I'm going to tell everyone that they're doing okay, but it could be a lot nicer. Peru to Gray. Gray to Rodon. F1 practice top 5. Max, Fernando, Sergio, Russell, Leclerc. Where's Carlos? And did we have any incidents? Because I know we did in F2 practice, because I saw... I can't remember who it was, but we saw one of the rookies sideways in a wall. Peru, back post. Ampadu's under it. Headed on target! It's 2-0! Pascal! Why does the 3-back work? I don't understand it, but we're not going to complain. If the 3-back keeps working, the 3-back is what we shall continue to use. Right, Cree. Where are you going to put it? I think near post. You're damn right near post. Pascal picks it up. Back to Somerville. Out to Peru. I don't understand how that didn't go in. But that's okay. I don't need to understand how that didn't go in. I just need to make sure that next time it does go in. Gray picks it up and is nice and calm with it. Somerville goes short to Gray. Back to Somerville. Ampadu. I'm liking how aggressive these centre-backs can get. Like, one will go, the other two will stay, and it just sort of adds up. Jorginho, I don't know what you were doing there, buddy, but it didn't work. That is a hospital pass if I've ever seen it, and this is the angriest donk I'm ever going to have. Okay, we dealt with it. That's fine. That's more on Southampton being bad than us being good, though, and we're countering. Somerville puts it inside for Bamford. One more ball, that's all we need. He's gone it alone, though, and it's not worked. Ah! Ilya, what can you do? Back post, doesn't work out. Can't believe we've not kicked Bazunu hard yet. Look, he's on the ball. Just kick him whilst he's holding it. No one's going to complain. Except him and the referee and his entire team. The crowd isn't going to complain, but that's because it's Leeds fans. Might complain, though, when you get sent off. So, come to think of it, let's not just kick him. Great, in behind. We can do better. That's the infuriating thing. I know we can do better because we keep doing better. Piru to Rodom. Great now. Melier has just gone for a walk. Completely get that. That's fine. Pascal, there's got to be someone out on the left. Of course there is. It's Jaden Anthony, who sort of loses the ball but wins it back immediately afterwards. This is looking very Farker-ball right now. This is very sort of holding possession, playing it around. Somerville. Peru. Right, Cree, what can you do? Near post, again, stroke. Ah! I've noticed that they're getting less highlights where the ball is just held by their goalkeeper now. Which means that the pressure is doing something. And they've had one shot, so this structure is quite good. Island Road looking great, probably not feasible, would have been great to get real stadiums in these games. Yeah, I think it's both a modelling and a licensing thing. Because the thing with FM, the reason that it's such an impressive game isn't, like, the modelling. No one plays FM for the animations. It's more the technical side, the behind-the-scenes stuff. And that's where I think it really starts to shine a bit. I'm going to bring on Sam Greenwood for the last 15 minutes. Maybe swap out Ampadu as well, because he's on the tired side. I think Byron would be the perfect switch there as well. And hopefully that works. Hopefully that causes them a couple of problems. Excuse me? I'm glad this is the game that I remembered to keep Darlow on the bench. Holy, that could have been bad. Who else is tired? Somerville will take off as well because we don't want to risk injuries here. How? With one shot have they managed to injure Melier? And that's the thing, it wasn't even when they took the shot, so he wasn't injured by the shot, he's just hurt now? Byram challenged. Let's be nice and careful. Let's just look after the ball a little bit, yeah? Bamford to Greenwood. Greenwood, who I think was offside, he was. Piss. Yeah, he was definitely off. That's not worthy of a replay. Luna goes short to Bednarek. We're going to try and deal with it, but whether or not it works, we'll find out. Adam Armstrong. He gave the penalty before we even made the tackle there. What a joke. We knew it. The EFL is corrupt. Adam Armstrong steps up, tucks it away. So, they have injured our goalkeeper. Won a penalty that isn't a penalty. And now it's 2-1 in the final minutes. And Donk. I forgot about Donk. Two, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Mr. Donk. I saw the thing about the complaint and the person being suspended. I'm not touching that story with a 10-foot pole. Oh, Carl, don't be out there. Not in the last minute. Bree to Stevens. Okay, I thought we were... Never mind. Bree in behind. Adam Armstrong, well intercepted. Dan James just clears it. Fair enough. Not a problem with that. Juan Larios goes out wide. Adozi. I'm not standing up for this one because I'm livid. Why have we got to be so shit? Ah. The donk counter is now at 9. Don't do it again. Okay, I was so scared that that was going in. They've had 5 shots. 5. That's it. 4 of them after Darlow came on. So I feel like we were just losing the ball in those deep areas because Darlow can't pass. 5 to 6 weeks. Don't know what to do about that. Genuinely not got the foggiest. Somerville shines even as Leeds fail to win. Right, I'm going to go to the start of deadline day, I think. And at that point, we'll start working on ideas. We'll get into the next stream. Tried any of the F1 Manager games? I have, and it didn't grab me as tight as I thought it would. Like, I enjoyed them, but I couldn't, like, commit to one of the career modes because it didn't grip me as, like, effectively as I thought it would. It was fun enough, but I couldn't get through a full career of it. Very nice by Matteo Joseph to score a goal, though. Yeah, I'm more of a... I do a little bit of iRacing sometimes, but not F1 Manager. Yeah, let's add Sergio Gomez. New contract with Coleman. I'll do that later. We'll recall JB. Probably loan him out again afterwards. Fine, we'll remove Sam Greenwood from the list. I'm not going to adjust Rutez playing time because he is going to play lots of football for me. We've already got someone doing that job, so unless they're somehow significantly better, yeah. He's already at the club, so if anything, I'd want to hire a head performance analyst that is better than that. How's our recruitment analysis looking, though? Better than these guys. Yeah. Sorry, Nick Hammond, but you are out. I'm not that sorry. We need more driving streams. They were funny. You will be happy to hear that iRacing has added rain to its system now. Yeah. Which is scary. So, are we away at Sheffield Wednesday? Anyone that knows, are Leeds United away in their next match? Because I might do a driving stream ahead of it. Is it Thursday today? I think so. Might do a driving stream at some point. It depends on, like, the length of the stream, because doing it for half an hour is probably not worth it. The reason those streams were as long as they were was because at the time I didn't know the tracks that I was... Don't drop it on PC. What? Okay. Right, what I'm gonna do, actually, is I'm gonna... Google Maps. Elland Road to Hillsborough. 32 miles, so that is 3 laps of the Nordschleife. I will do that stream. I'll do it in the like rainy condition things that they've added, because that'll just make things a little bit more fun and a little bit more zesty. But it won't be a long one, because I also have a work shift tomorrow from 3:42 till about 8 o'clock. And then I have lots and lots of work on Saturday, and I also need to record a preview. Will we do business in time? We're looking at our options. Sod it. Why 3:42? Because broadcasty stuff is incredibly precise when it comes to timings of things. Which makes sense. Ooh, this guy's quite good. Gabri Vega is not someone I'm going to be able to sign, is he? No. Do you feel like the squad could do with strengthening? Probably. Yeah, 3:42 because the broadcast starts at 4:15. Which means that the tile for the broadcast opens at 4:12, which means that we have to have a half-hour meeting prior to make sure that everything works to a good standard and we don't have any emergencies. Thus, 3:42. So it adds up. It's just a little bit complicated to get there, I think. So we're rich, and we're making profits, but where my dollar coming? Why isn't it in the transfer budget? And can it be in the transfer budget? Please. Pretty please. Yeah, I'll take part in Deadline Day. But I will take part in Deadline Day at some other point, because I have quite a lot of stuff that I need to get done. So, hope you enjoyed this stream. If you have, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, that'd be massively appreciated. Let me know what you think we need to do on Deadline Day in the comments. And yeah, I will see you later. Toodaloo. Hopefully next time we don't get so donked. Toodaloo.